When it comes to aggressive marketing, one company that's no stranger to such tactics is the Golden Archers themselves, McDonald's. In the 90s, they did everything. They were on TV with colourful characters, they had movie partnerships, athlete spokespeople, sports deals, toy deals, and they were even making video games of sorts. McDonaldland, or as it was known in the US, McKids, is a platformer designed to mimic the gameplay of games like Super Mario Bros. 3, only worse and with added fast food. In fact, it's McDonald's branding and characters that are required to move the story forward, but we'll get onto that in a little bit. For now, let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump straight in, shall we? We start by choosing our character, Mick or Mac. Okay, it's one player, and... Okay. You jump on the moon, and you change from a white kid to a black kid. Why is that even an option? I mean, most games of this kind will give you a character and you just play as that character. Like this. You play as that guy. You might get the option to choose your character every now and then, but they usually have distinct differences in their abilities. This isn't the case here. Or actually, is it? I mean, this is an early 90s video game. Maybe it follows the same logic as early 90s American movies. Does the black guy die quicker? Can the white guy not jump? Honestly, I don't know if this is progressive or regressive, but one thing is for certain. Actually, I don't have an ending for that sentence. Nothing's for certain. I mean, Donald Trump's president, for f***'s sake. Is that poking the bear a bit too much? Should we cut that bit? Fuck it, leave it in. As far as I can tell, they're equal, which he might be forgiven for thinking is a political statement. But it's not. I mean, it's commendable that they've put a prominent black protagonist into the game, so kudos McDonald's, but if you're going to go down that route, then why not just make the only character black, or have them switch out every now and then? I mean, is anyone really that bothered? I don't want to play as no goddamn I want to play as the white guy. Is that who? But who wouldn't want to play as Mick and Mac? I mean, look at these guys.
Tu te prends pour qui? Mon nom c'est Mac et moi c'est Mick. Nous sommes les super pros du jeu vidéo. En deux mots, nous sommes les héros de McDonaldland. F. Ronald, qui t'apprend son sac magique? Pas de panique, suis la rythmique. À McDonaldland, en avant Mick, on y va Mac. Quand j'applique ma tactique, plus personne ne m'arrête. À McDonaldland. T'es pris au jeu. T'as vu ça Mac? On a mis KO Mick. Yo! Sur Gameboy et console Nintendo, McDonaldland.
Are you telling me you don't want to be as cool as those kids? You're lying. And what's worse, you're lying to yourself. Our story begins with Mick and Mac reading a book about Ronald McDonald showing off his magical bag. Remember, this is the 90s, so there was a fair bit of LSD floating about. When all of a sudden there's a meta plot twist and suddenly they're not actually reading a book in a tent at night time at all. It's daytime and Ronald McDonald is standing in front of Mick or Mac or whoever this is and telling him that the Hamburglar has in fact burgled his magic bag and it's up to us as the player to retrieve it. We first must search the levels of his clubhouse to retrieve 4 puzzle cards for a reason known only to Ronald, and if we do, he'll show us how to get to Birdie's house. I don't know either. Why Birdie? Do you even know who Birdie is? I don't know, and I was around when they were still using her in marketing in the UK. She was this one. And 99% of the kids in the UK don't know who the any of these are. But anyway, I start with a familiar looking map and can see that I have no cards or archers. Not that I know what archers do, but still. Level 1. Despite being laid out like Super Mario Bros. 3, there are a few differences, such as the ability to defy gravity. Which is ironic given that McDonald's can only serve to increase one's gravity. Am I right? Imaginary person? At least there were some innovations in gameplay, but then something like this happens. Okay, yeah, that's normal. The gameplay is actually pretty good and the graphics are passable. The land is surprisingly green considering McDonald's packaging at the time wouldn't even break down naturally. You thought we'd forget about these, didn't you? Mm-mm. As it happens, McDonaldland is actually a pretty good game. It's just, well, it doesn't really need to be a McDonald branded game at all. If anything, the branded just feels shoehorned in, and I doubt it did anything to actually sell food to kids. I mean, how gullible did they think we were in the 90s? They think we were just going to play these games and get hooked on McKids and Happy Meals for the rest of our lives. I mean, really, we're not that stupid. I mean, it's just, oh, hey, cool, Mario. It's Mario. It's Mario. But it turns out McDonaldland actually had a sequel. Well, kind of, sort of, not really, but ish, in the form of a Game Boy exclusive. Now, I should caveat this by saying that outside of Europe, this wasn't actually a McDonald's branded game at all. It was in fact a 7-Up branded game by the name of Spot the Cool Adventure, which ditched Mick and Mac in favour of using Cool Spot, an anthropomorphised version of the red spot in the 7-Up logo. Because, you know, why would you use Fido Dido? That would be too obvious, right? Well, actually, no, that doesn't really work as a joke, because Fido Dido had his own game in development that was never released, but I'm saving that one for another video. Or at least I would be if I wasn't lying like the that I am. Can I eat now? I did the video and I didn't swear that much. Okay, I swore a lot, but I was hangry. Can I? Thank you. Nobody wants a fillet of fish. This video actually took an oddly long time to make. It's probably my 4th attempt at making it, and 3rd different format. Either way, thank you for all your support for the channel, and please make sure to hit that subscribe button so I can have an excuse to celebrate with some McNuggets.